Hey guys, Mr. B here, and this video we are going to be learning how to write shorthand notation for electron configurations. So this is something that is not in the notes, but it is very important and very helpful, especially when we start having to write electron configurations for elements that have a lot of electrons. They can get very, very long. So I'm going to show you a way to shorthand it or abbreviate it, and this is also called noble gas notation. Okay, it's called noble gas notation. So, yeah. So we're going to be doing these 5, and this sheet is one that is not on Schoology. But if you want me to send it to you, I can send it to you. It's just a practice sheet with a bunch of electron configuration stuff on it. So let's begin here with number 6, cobalt. So first we're going to write out the full electron configuration for cobalt. Then we're going to shorthand it. So for cobalt, cobalt is here. So this is going to be, we're going to start with 1s2. And we will, again, type this out together. So we'll have 1s2. Then we have, of course, after 1s2, we have our second row. So 2s2. So 2s2. Then we have 2p6 all the way up here to neon. So 2p6. After neon, we have then sodium, magnesium. That's 3s2. After 3s2, we have then the p block again. So we have 3p6 all the way up to argon. So 3p6. And then we have 4s2. So that's potassium and calcium. So 4s2. And then cobalt is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 elements into the D block. This is going to be, again, 3D7. Okay, so this is the full configuration for cobalt normally. Now to shorthand it, what we're going to do is we are going to backtrack from cobalt until we hit the element in this column on the far right. So these elements on the far right are called the noble gases. In fact, we can even see it listed here. Noble gases are these purpley pink ones. And these are elements that have a full set of electrons in their outermost energy levels. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the element right before cobalt that is in this column, which in this case will be argon, because cobalt is element 27. If we backtrack, element 18, argon, is the first noble gas that we hit. So we're going to put argon in brackets, okay? So we're going to go equals. So we're going to go brackets, AR. And basically what this is saying is all of the electrons to argon are represented by this brackets. So argon is, I think, 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6. So everything up to 3p6 is all basically represented by argon. So we're going to put argon in brackets. Then we're going to start in the row that cobalt's in, which is 4s. So we're going to have 4s2, 3d7. So we'll put argon in brackets and we'll have 4s2 and 3d7. Okay? So this is what we call the shorthand notation or the noble gas notation. And this is basically, we've taken all of this here and we've basically turned this into argon with these brackets. And then just this last stuff here, that then is represented right there, okay? So a way faster way. Now, obviously, I wrote out the whole thing first, but we don't have to. So let's take a look at silver. And this time, we're just going to straight up write it from shorthand right away. We won't write the whole thing out. So silver on the periodic table is right here. Okay, so here's silver. So we backtrack. The first noble gas we hit is krypton, Kr. So we're going to put in brackets, Kr. And then we're going to start in this row with silver. So this will be 5s2 for rubidium and strontium. And then silver is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 elements into the D block. So we're going to have 5s2, 4d9. Now remember, silver is one of those elements like copper that will actually move some electrons around. So instead of it actually being 5s2, 4d9, it will be 5s1, 4d10. But either way, this is our shorthand notation here, and we don't need to write out the whole entire thing all the way down to silver. Okay? All right, let's take a look at tellurium, number 8. So tellurium, It's taking me a second to find it too, because it's not one you should commonly see. Okay, so here's tellurium over here. So first element, or the noble gas, comes before tellurium is krypton, so Kr. So again, just like silver was, so hit brackets, Kr. And then we're going to start in this row. So it'll be 5s2, 4d10, and then here we will be back at in 5. So remember, the d block is always 1 less than the row number. So it'd be 5s, 4d, and then the p block is normal. So this is 5p. So 5p4. So we'll have 5s2, 4d10, and then 5p4. Okay, and there's our shorthand for tellurium. All right, 2 more. Radium. So radium is down here. All right, so if we backtrack, radium is element 88. Radon is element 86. That's our first noble gas. So put radon in brackets, so Rn for radon. And then radium is in the S block. It is the 7th row, so it's going to be 7s2. So 7s2. And that's it. That's all we have. Super simple. All right, last one is Laurencium. Laurencium, I'm going to have to find it because I don't even know where that one is. Where is Laurencium? Oh, it's down here. Okay, Laurencium is way down here. Element 103. Okay, so let's backtrack to the first noble gas. So go all the way back. Here's element 89. Here's element 88, 87, 86. So radon is our first noble gas that we hit. So we're going to go brackets, Rn for radon. Now, the F block is kind of strange, okay? And on the periodic table, it shows it here. But the F block, these 2 rows down here are actually in between the S block and the D block. In fact, I'm pretty sure we can hit this wide button. There we go. And it will actually put the F block where it's supposed to go, which is actually in between the S block and the D block. But they don't do this because, as you can tell, the periodic table gets really long. So a lot of times, instead, they take the F block out and they put it down below here to make the periodic table shorter. But if we go wide like this, it's actually a lot easier to see. So let's actually do this. So here is Laurencium. If we backtrack, again, radon, which is this one here, is the first element. That's the first noble gas. So starting in this row at Laurencium, we actually have 7s2 to radium. So we have 7s2. And then we are in the F block here. So we have, this is actually 5F. Okay, so more learning here. The D block is 1 number less than the row number. The F block is 2 numbers less. So it would go 7S, 5F. Then we hit the D block. It'd be 6D, and then the P block would be 7P. Okay, so it goes 7, 5, 6, 7. It's confusing, I know. It's just something you have to remember. So anyway, so we're in the F block here. So we have 5F. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So this is going to be 5F, 14. And then we are 1 into the D block. So this would be 6D1. 6D1. Okay, and that is our shorthand for Laurencium. Now that is a very weird one because it's one of the ones in the F block down here. Don't worry too much about those ones. You're not going to see those ones very often. But if you do have questions or confused on how do we count these ones down here, I'll probably teach it in class, but otherwise reach out to me. So, all right, guys, that is how we do noble gas notation. Basically, again, shorthand is you find the noble gas on the far right that comes before the element. You put that in brackets, and then you start at the row that the element is found in, and you go from there. Okay, so it's much, much faster. So, all right, that's it for this one. I'm Mr. B. Thanks for watching. Again, if you have any questions, make sure you ask. All right, see you in the next one. Bye.